got a place in hell, and everybody's taking notes, buddy.
My greatest concern has been that my right to an education seems to have just gone out the window, apparently. You see, I have sat in the isolation room most of this time with zero instruction and little or no work to provide me on Canvas. Friday will be my last day as a KCS student. You see, I believe that I have a right to a public education just as much as every other student in Knox County. But I do not see anyone standing up for me or these other students.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And you know, nothing should really surprise us anymore when it comes to Alabama. You know, this is the same state that brought us good old Tommy Tuberville, the dumbest person to ever serve in Congress. Do you have any idea how hard it is to claim that title? When you have people like Marge, the train wreck Green, and Lauren, it took me 3 tries to get my GED Bobert as your colleagues. Now, folks, there's a tree stump in Louisiana swamp with a higher IQ than most of these elected officials coming out of Alabama. And here now we have the governor stepping up to the plate for this week's Jackaloon Award. And this is hard for me to understand, but if you kill your voters, how do you expect to get reelected?
Throughout this pandemic, it's been hard to keep perspective on the true scale of the losses caused by COVID-19. On the Washington Mall right now, artist Suzanne Brennan Furstenberg has planted an ocean of white flags, one for each life lost to the virus. Another metric is a comparison to the past, and this week, the U.S. matched the death toll from another terrible virus, the 1918 influenza.
Kristen Urquiza blames President Trump for the loss of her father, Mark, the coronavirus. Listen.
My dad was a healthy 65-year-old. His only pre-existing condition was trusting Donald Trump, and for that, he paid with his life.
What do you mean you're instructing your state agencies to fight federal mask mandates? How about you instruct your state agencies to fight COVID? You know, the disease that has killed more than 750,000 people in this country? How about we try to go after that instead of mask mandates that are trying to save people's lives? Instead of joining together and following the doctors, the scientists, and the health professionals, Governor Kay Ivey wants to yell, "Freedom!" as if COVID-19 is some kind of communist that we are all fighting. It's a virus. It doesn't care who you voted for or where you live. The goal of the virus is to infect, spread, and kill. That's it. It is our job to prevent this from happening. Vaccines, masks, and social distancing are our weapons of defense. When you attack any of those three, you are essentially saying that you support COVID continuing on its path of destruction. Enough with the stupidity and the madness. Listen to your own health professionals and let science for once lead us in this country. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.